command a great and terrible army. We will sail to 1,000,000,000 worlds until every light has been extinguished.
Much better. What is up, everybody? Starscream here, and today we are going to be talking about shade, which I know feels really weird coming out of my mouth. It's not a phrase I expected to say today, or in the past week, or in the past year even, but here we are. That said, before we get into that, a lot of people have been asking me about like guild stuff that has to do with like Umbrella and what have you, and this isn't really the video for that. I will say that, you know, obviously if you want to know more about the situation with Umbrella Corporation, feel free to private message me online or on Discord. There's a lot of information and also misinformation that's being put out there, but one thing I will say, just to clear things up, is that Umbrella Corporation is doing absolutely fine, and we are always looking for more people. And if you would like to join our humble guild, please make sure to message me, comment here, send me a message online or on Discord, and I would love to hear from you. I'll also be posting a link down in the comments for you to be able to apply, even if you do not have Line or Discord. But anyways, moving on. In regards to Shade, one of my guildmates, Scoop Nitro, posted a team of his that seemed to be like actually doing okay with Shade, which was super like surprising to me, and I inquired more about it. He shared more with me, and that's what I'm going to be sharing with you guys. Now, he did mention that a couple other people in our guild actually helped him with fine-tuning the team and making the team what it is now. Those people being Frank and also Jow. Am I supposed to say Jow? Yeah. I'm gonna post his name up on the screen so that you guys can see it and you guys can tell me how I'm supposed to say his name. But either way, both of them definitely helped with making the team. So again, I'd like to point out that I'm probably one of the worst PvPers in my guild, but thankfully we all act as a unit and they impart their knowledge on me. So I am extending that knowledge to you because I know a lot of you guys really like Shade and would like him to be usable. So that's what we are going to be looking at today. So without further ado, let's get right into it. First, we're going to start with Shade. So Shade, you'll notice here, Shade was interesting when he first came out. For those of you that haven't been playing since the dawn of time, Shade is really cool because he had all purple rune slots, and I do believe he was the first hero in the game to have a setup like this. Granted, he came out pretty soon after runes became a thing, so it's not like runes were out for a long time and then he finally came out, but like still he remains pretty unique even to this day in the sense that he has all purple runes, because like I can't think of really any other heroes that are like that. So it is pretty interesting. That said, at the time it was really cool because like runes were really specific to their color, right? So like blue runes never had attack as a primary stat on them. Same usually with like yellow runes or like light runes, I guess you would call them. Now things have changed, right? Now blue has plenty of attack and yada yada. Anyways, getting straight into the team itself, the team is going to be Shade, Sybil, Alrakis, and Serenity. I'm going to go over each hero and their runes first, and then we're going to talk about the order of the heroes themselves, and then we're going to try and get into like why the team works. I will be totally honest with you. I tested like 3 matches with this team and it does work, but I'm still a little bit confused as to why it works, if I'm being completely honest with you. But maybe, you know, we're going to do some live raids here on on the video, and maybe as we're doing these raids we can talk about why it is working the way it's working, right? So first let's just go through the runes, right? Shade, I do have 4 festive runes on Shade. Now from what I understand, we really want Shade to be able to survive, so that's why you're going to notice that all these runes are defensive runes. They could be health runes, they could be skill runes, but pretty much anything that's gonna like make sure that Shade stays alive. And then you'll see that the 5th rune here is a freezing taunt rune. I do have a taunt rune on him, and that is important, but that'll come in later, right? You'll notice on his stats that he's pretty much all defense based here, and that's really what we're going for. Now, I'm not going to really go into a lot more with Shade. You can look into his, his, what would you call them? His traits here a little bit. Not really a lot of them matter all that much. Really what we're doing is we're putting 4 of these festive runes on him so that we can use his possession move right away, right? That's the main goal, is that we can use possession on turn 1. So moving on, we've got Serenity here. Serenity, let's talk about Serenity. So again, I'm basing my rune builds off of what Scoop suggested to me. There might be better ones. You know, like if you guys look at this team and you can think of better rune builds, by any means, make sure to suggest them in the comments. But like for now, I'm just basing it off of what he suggested to me, right? So with Serenity, we're looking at a pretty hybrid build here, attack and defense. I right now have a Sanctified attack rune, a Tainted attack rune, a Tainted attack rune, a Superior Guardian rune, which, in case you don't know, obviously there are no elite versions of this rune, but a Superior Guardian rune gives them a defense buff that lasts for the first turn. That's much stronger than the defense normally would be. So that raises their defense super high, at least for that first turn. And then lastly, we have an Evasion rune, which is a pretty mandatory standard rune on almost every hero nowadays, but it is a defense and health based rune here. So like I mentioned, she's pretty much evenly sorted out here on attack and defense. Next, we have Alrakis, and Alrakis, from his stats, you will notice, is pretty also hybrid setup, again with attack and defense. Let's look at his runes really quick. I have a Tainted rune, both attack based, a Sanctified defense based rune, an Evasion rune, which is attack based, and a Freezing taunt rune, just like the Shade. I have another taunt rune on him. That is mainly to just raise his survivability. Now, in the build that was suggested to me from Scoop, this Sanctified rune was actually an attack rune. So there was 4 attack runes and then 1 defense rune on this taunt rune. And I'm assuming that the taunt rune, the taunt defense rune, was specifically there to help with his survivability a bit, and that this Sanctified rune on their build was an attack rune because they didn't need the extra defense. That said, I didn't have an attack Sanctified rune available to me to put in any of these slots, so I put a defense one, but ideally that would be an attack rune. So the stats would be a little bit skewed here a little bit, so they'd be closer to like, 18,000 attack and maybe like 12,000 defense or something like that. But in any case, this has seemed to work for me, so this is what we're going to use. And then last but not least, we are talking about... Oh, interesting. Okay, so we're talking about Sybil, but I'm just realizing that... I'm supposed to be using Sybil with his epic. So, the team that they suggested to me has his epic, and his epic is free, and I have not gone and gotten his epic, so that puts me in a weird spot. I'm just gonna bear with me here. Let's get his epic really quick. Fuck it.
1 hour later.
Come on. Come on. Come on. Yes. It looks like we are totally epic. So I'm able to continue my video. Awesome. So just jumping straight into one of these raids here. Obviously, like I said, I had tried this team out a couple times. There's plenty of teams I haven't tried this against. I'm told that, what's it called? Malice teams are teams that you should avoid with this Shade team. And it's definitely not like a one-size-fits-all. From what I'm understanding, I tried it a couple times before I realized that I did not have Sybil's Epic. So we're gonna try this team out versus just whatever shows up. So in this case, it's Dagon, Agnon, Niveus, and Lorelei. So let's see how it goes. Again, from what I'm told, the idea is that Shade should go last so that Dagon doesn't target Shade with his first move. So here he should hit Alrakis first, which it does look like he did hit Alrakis first. So that checks out there. Obviously, we are going to use Sybil's first move here first. It does not miss. He cannot be silenced. It's a pretty strong move here. We're going to use Void Assault here. And then basic attack. And then we are going to possess any of his heroes. So let's just say we possess, I don't know, Dagon? I don't know. Maybe we should have possessed Lorelei. I'm not sure. But either way, you know, getting one of their heroes is definitely a good idea here. There, Niveus comes back. I think we should be able to make quick work of him. Let's see here. Yep, we took care of him, no problem. And it looks like we are going to take care of Agnon. Oh, wow. Anyways, looks like we're going to take care of Agnon, no problem as well. So, first match went pretty well, I'd say. Let's try another one here. Another, like, this isn't like the most meta team, but as you can see, is full elites with 6,200 rune power. So definitely not a terrible team here. He doesn't have Alrakis Epic, so he's not like a total, like, what would you call, like, a pay-to-win team. He didn't buy Alrakis' Epic like my dumbass did, but he definitely, you know, definitely has a good team here. He has Jin's ultimate skin, I guess you would call it. We are going to what? It's okay, wait, hold on. It's saying I can possess this Dagon, but he's not dead. Oh, it was actually pointing at the Niveus. So that's pretty fucking dope, I'm not gonna lie. Being able to take their Niveus is pretty crazy here. Like, that's actually pretty intense. So that was pretty awesome. We just completely annihilated that team. We just, like, low diffed that team like no problem. That was pretty cool. I actually wasn't, I was definitely not expecting that. So let's try one more team, and that, like, it'll give you a full spectrum of the team. And obviously, like I said, so this is not like a one-size-fits-all team. I'd say, according to what I'm hearing from Scoop, and obviously, you know, Scoop said that, you know, Frank and Zhao helped him with these teams. So, like, it's probably not a one-size-fits-all, according to them. But, like, it does seem to be pretty cool, and kind of like the monkey team that I posted in my last video. Like, it is fun to use. So, like, even if it's not a one-size-fits-all, it's still dope. You know what I mean? Instead of using Archon or, like, some of these other teams that you could be using, like, you know, it might be a lot more fun for you to use this instead of the Dagon Archon team, just because it's like a cool team. And for those of you that love Shade and have been wanting for Shade to be good again for a while, like, you know, this might be the chance for Shade to be good. Now, that said, we're definitely, it's definitely looking like we might lose this match, which sucks. But either way, the team does seem to be pretty good. It's going to win some, it's going to lose some. Like I said, according to what I'm being told from other people, the team does have about a 90% win rate. Unfortunately, we lost that one. I'm something inside of me is telling me to try one more. I don't know if I will or not. There's another version of this team that uses Miko. I haven't set up my Miko to use it, but it's like really cool. And Scoop did show it to me, but he did say that like you have to have a very specific Miko setup and everything for it to actually work. So I don't know that I'm gonna like include it in my video, but maybe I'll show a quick little clip of one that I recorded of like one of his gameplay of it, and maybe you'll decide to use it. Maybe you'll decide to like, you know, adjust it to like your play style or what have you. But from what I understand, it's pretty sick. So it looks like we're off to a good start on this match here. I'm thinking we're probably gonna be good. I guess we'll see. We got the prism on us, but we should be good, I feel. Let's see here. Yeah, no problem. So it looks like that loss was kind of a fluke. But in any case, I hope you guys like this video. Again, thank you so much for watching. Thank you, Scoop. Thank you, Frank. Thank you, Zhao, for providing this team for me to use. And like I said, for those of you that are looking for a guild or wish you were in a better guild, the Umbrella Guilds is always looking for new players. We do have a guild system that allows for people or players of any level or tier to join, as long as you are willing to get crowns every week and participate at least at the bare minimum in events. We can probably find a space for you. Anyways, thank you so much for watching. I will talk to you guys soon. Adios.